Hi, SANDS residents. It's Scott Mattis, your general manager, coming to you with a quick update on what's going on. Victoria and I are getting ready to leave for Michigan, Southfield, where our corporate office is. The Sun Corporation has sent us to a program called Road to Success, and so we have to go out there from November 11th, which is tomorrow, Sunday, to Friday the 16th. We'll be back late that evening. So we will not be available this week to anybody unless it's an emergency, and you can get a hold of us through the office, and they can get a hold of us through our phones. So with us being gone, please have all your any concerns filled out through the office, and we'll address them as needed. We will be checking in on a regular basis, so if things are needed, we will get that to you. Construction update. The roof is 90% complete. We have a small portion over the outside entertainment area that's being completed this week. We took some of the facade down because it seemed to be coming down. The stucco seemed to be coming down, and found that a lot of the wood was rotted out. So we are having to redo that. And of course, when you uncover things, you find damage, and that's what we found in there. Once they're finished with the facade, they'll actually start foaming the roof, and it should be done pretty quickly. And the Oasis Hall is 99% complete. We got some acoustic panels going up. Hope that will help with some of the sound. And we also have hired someone to look at the sound to maybe help with the other parts of the acoustics. Someone that's a musician and understands music. And so we're working on that for you. The rest of the doors on the inside are going in, and that should be finished very soon. The gym is also 99% complete. We put up some more mirrors the other day. We've had some requests on some more equipment. I'll be looking at the budget to see if I can actually put that into the budget this year. And we also are going to be putting some acoustic panels in there eventually so that the echoing will stop. I know some of you have had requests for the music channels on the TV, so we'll be working with Spectrum to get those in there for you as soon as possible. The pool restrooms were gutted the other day, and they should have taken about a week to be put back together. But of course, when you start construction and you find something behind the walls go wrong, it takes longer than you hoped. So when we took down the drywall and we got into the back of the walls, we found that water had been going back there, and there's some mold issues, which has already been corrected. And then there was some cavities under the flooring, with some cavities of pockets of air that were actually going to make the concrete fall in. So we have to actually re-concrete all the bathrooms. So that set us back about a week and a half. A pool update. So the health department finally approved the pool, which is great, but now we're waiting for Riverside County to stamp. And as of Friday, they've reviewed the plans, and they have some corrections that need to be made, or some questions. And of course, this is Veterans Holiday, so they'll be closed until Tuesday. We're hoping on Tuesday that everything will be finished and we can continue down the path. The contractor's willing to work 7 days a week to get the pool back open for you as soon as he gets the okay. But unfortunately, with the current pool reconstruction, Riverside County has asked for some more stuff. So everything's pretty much ready to go. All new plumbing's been put in. The spas have all new plumbing and separated, instead of one plumbing that was all together between the two spas, which was causing a lot of the backup and the discoloration and those types of things. New skimmers, and then obviously brand new pools on the inside. The pavers will start to go down as soon as they get the okay, and they believe they can get this done in less than 14 days once they get the okay. So we apologize for the delay on that, but that was basically out of our hands with government over the last 3 weeks. The landscaping's ongoing. I apologize for some of you. Some of the landscaping started earlier than normal inside the park. We were correcting that with the landscaping contractor not to start till after 8 o'clock. He, on the outside and on the inside where the common buildings are, we've been starting them at 7 a.m. And that usually wasn't a problem, but being that they're in the community now, they were starting earlier than that. And today, Saturday, they started early at 7 and woke some people up, and I apologize about that. I'll fix that with the contractor. That's an easy fix. Road work will begin on the week of November 26th, so that's a week after Thanksgiving. There'll be about 5 days worth of work here. They're going to be reconstructing portions of the road halfway, all the way to the trash compactor, and then they'll be overlaying some of it. The side roads and the rest of the main road will not be done this season, but there will be access in and out during that week when they do get to block off your neighborhood or your loop. There will be access in and out, but we ask that maybe you move your cars as soon as possible. With that said, golf. So everything's good on the golf course. We've got everything ordered except for the putting green. The putting green is ready to go, and we went to get the parts the other day to put the holes in, and they disappeared. So someone threw them away after, I don't know why, to be honest with you. We've had so many construction projects going on, and somebody in the maintenance yard decided to take a trash can that was full of these parts and just throw them away rather than we us reusing them. So they were not new parts ordered. They were in good condition, and I apologize about that. So we've ordered them. They're about 2 weeks. I think Paul said 7 to 10 days out. So we hope to have them real soon. We did ask for them to be expedited so your putting green can be usable again. The chipping green has been going through a little bit of difficulty with the washout from the rain and everything, so he's hoping to have that up and running hopefully by the end of next week. Someone had a question on Facebook about mosquitoes. We still have a contract with the Coachella Valley Mosquito and Vector Control on ants. When they do come out here for ants, they do check our ponds for mosquitoes. If they feel they need to spray, they do spray. They have not sprayed in the last 2 times they've been out to look at them. So I will remind them under the new contract that we signed when they do come out to please check those areas again. But if you do see a large swarm of mosquitoes, or you do feel there are mosquitoes out there, please feel free to let the office know. We do get sprayed on. We will get sprayed on a regular basis, and it is non-toxic spray to anyone. It's not. They're not clouding the neighborhoods like they've done in other neighborhoods. Unless they find an invasive species that's like the West Nile or something like that. So just on a general spray, it will just be a general spray, and that's not toxic to animals or humans, according to the Coachella Valley Mosquito and Vector Control. And you can go on their website if you'd like to look at the materials they use and check those out. With that said, let's see, stolen golf cart. So we had a golf cart stolen 2 weekends ago. I think that Victoria's talked about it at Coffee and Donuts. We've told a lot of you on how it happened. It was 5:30 in the afternoon. It was still daylight out. They cut the fence, walked along the perimeter of the maintenance yard, and tried to kill the camera with a shovel. They failed with that and then covered the camera with a burlap sack. But they didn't realize the other camera could still see parts of the maintenance yard. They were actually in there to steal gas because they went to the gas containers and they were trying to figure out how to use them and fill a container up with it. And then they started talking about a golf cart, and they got in the golf carts and they started jimmying them until they got them on. We had a tractor, one of our golf cart trucksters parked in front of it, but they got that into neutral, pulled it out of the way, put a bigger hole in the fence, and drove the golf cart through the fence. With that said, it was a convertible still. The tops weren't put on. So if you know of anybody that sees a brand new Easy Go blue golf cart out there in the community, we do have a VIN number on it. The sheriffs came and took a full report and did a full investigation. They do have pictures on the cameras of the individuals that took it. And they have had 3 golf carts stolen from Hidden Springs. 2 were successful, 1 was not. The batteries died and the golf cart was left on the golf course. So they did warn us through an email after the incident happened that we should make sure that all our stuff is locked up. They do have, obviously there's a theft ring going on around this area, and they've had multiple golf carts stolen per the deputy. And they are sending a SET team out, which is a special enforcement team, to start looking at this area and see if they can catch them. Most likely are brand new golf carts in parts and being sold somewhere else. I've checked Craigslist, Facebook, and everywhere else. But during this time that it was being stolen, we had residents on the golf course. We had residents walking on the pickleball court. These people were pretty brazen on the way they came in and just stood there and then hid behind stuff while they saw people. So it can happen to any of us. It can happen at any time. Our chain link fences are not secured enough that they can't cut through them, and they've done that. So with that said, the sheriff's department said do everything you can to make sure everything's locked up. One of our residents said that they hired a company out of India or Palm Desert that does golf carts, and they can put a kill switch on your golf cart for very inexpensive. I think she said it was around $100. And so if it's something that's important enough to you, you might want to think about that. We're actually researching it for all our golf carts here at the SANDS. So also want to talk about the Ranger program. We have a Ranger that's on all day long, usually in the morning hours, late morning hours to early afternoon. And then we have a Ranger that's on from the time we close at 4 to 8. And then we have a night Ranger on from 8 at night until 4:30 in the morning before maintenance and housekeeping comes in. The emergency number after hours, 4 o'clock, is 760 413 7631. 760-413-7631. This gets directly to a ranger. If it's an incident that's happening here at the Sands where somebody's followed somebody through the gate or someone's in the park that shouldn't be, or you have a question about somebody, obviously during hours, call the office, 760-251-1030. But if it's after hours, please call that ranger number. This gets directly to a ranger who should answer the phone, and you can talk to them directly. If it's an emergency, obviously 911 is the emergency call first. If somebody's in the park, they look like they're stealing something, call 911 first before you call your neighbors or you call the ranger. That gets the sheriff on their way, and if they think it's an emergency enough, they can come code 3. If it's not an emergency, it takes the sheriff sometimes up to an hour to 2 hours to get here, depending on where they're at. So if it's an emergency, always dial 911 first, and they will determine how they get someone here. Then call the ranger so the ranger can be there for whatever's going on. Just a couple more quick things. Dogs on leashes. Please make sure all your dogs and pets are on leashes. It is a requirement under your placement agreement and rules and regulations of the park. Dog Park 1 should be open soon. The fencing's taking a little longer than we hoped, but the new fencing will be going up around Dog Park 1, but we're getting it secured so you can actually use it. I know some of you are already using it, which is fine. Dog Parks 2 and 3, again, if you have aggressive dogs, it is part of the rules that they're not aggressive. Please use dog parks that they don't hurt anybody or hurt the other dogs. Activities. Pam's been doing a fantastic job, but a little stressed out because we don't have a lot of space. So all the new groups that are coming back, please assist her when you can on trying to help her find solutions to where you can meet. The game room and the old yoga studio are under construction now. We hope to have those open in about 3 weeks. The old yoga studio is going to become a meeting room for all the groups. It's going to have a 60-inch screen TV, multiple chairs and tables for you guys to meet in and utilize that for your space. But it does need to be scheduled. So please do that through Pam. Her computer is still down. Our IT department has been trying to work on getting someone out here, but they have a bunch of new acquisitions, and they were sending teams out to get those resorts up and running. We're hoping next week to have her computer up and running if they can get out here and get that done. With that said, welcome back to all of you that are back at the Sands, and we look forward to the ones that aren't here yet coming back, and we should have an update before Thanksgiving. But again, Victoria and I are headed out to Michigan from the 11th through the 16th, and we'll be back there for training, but we are available by phone, so any emergencies or anything that you need, please check in the office, and we'll make sure that gets taken care of. All right, have a great week, and we'll talk soon. Thanks.